Yo, Joe, pass some of them onion cookies on me.
Well, and welcome everybody.
Oh shoot! Oh man!
All right.
Oh, sorry. Can you stop? Can you restart?
All right.
Oh,
we're
sorry.
back.
Oh gosh.
We're just eating some onion cookies. Is that what you said?
Hell yeah. IRL Damien food.
So we're back. The stream crashed at the very end, and if you remember, well, we were just here. That was the anniversary stream. It's only fitting that we have a part 2 on the 2-year anniversary. And you know what? In 2 minutes, it'll be the actual anniversry.
It will be.
So we had to make it happen.
You know what that means? 2 minutes.
Discord was like, yo, you forgot about me, bro. Discord is salty.
Yeah.
OBS is salty. They're all
I don't know, man. It's okay. We'll work through our differences. We'll solve our differences. And we're gonna go for just a bit of time. So if you're here, someone in chat said it. You're getting the VIP experience. You found the secret stream, and you're gonna get the true ending of the episode, which should be fun.
Yeah. Are we gonna go like a different ending at the start of the next episode?
Yeah. We're gonna replay this.
That would be crazy.
We're not going for 2 hours, Matt. Some people have lives here. We have jobs, but we'll see. We'll see when we wake up, where we end. Okay, so with that said, we're going to pick up where we left off, which was Jong rolling an Arcana check to check the bags. The grab bags, which he rolled a 21. And the grab bag appears to be sealed in a way that shows you, and using your skill with Shinsu, you're kind of getting the vibe that these bags will open up when they wish to. When a certain requirement is fulfilled, then the strings will be unraveled.
Petty ass bag. Well, maybe I didn't want to open you. Whatever. All right, fine. Shit.
The group of you gathers in front of the painting. So, I guess we're gonna see part 2, huh? Or I guess part 3. We all ready for this?
Let's go.
Wu, Brack, Ryobe, Shion, Lani, and Wu. Yeah, I already said that. Wu, Jong, Shion, Lani, Wu, Ryobe, and Brack. All of you gather in front of the painting, and you kind of leap inside of it to see what happens next. But we're actually going to see the painting displayed from Damien's group. So Damien and Hans and Duke and Hugo. When you enter the painting, you dive on in. A scene begins to play out in front of you as if you had pressed pause on your favorite movie and now you're pressing play to get to see what happens. So.
This is just like Tower Vania, Portrait of Ruin. Hugo
doesn't respond.
Hugo knows what I'm talking about, though. I know he does.
Once you're inside, it is clear that there is some kind of special event going on. Some kind of, let me see if I can find the music here. Some kind of festivities that are giving off the impression that this is a big family event. This is a big deal for the Ha family to be hosting something like this.
Okay, give me the surroundings. What does the surroundings look like? It's a celebration. What does the celebration look like?
It is a great question. Here we go. Finally found it. So, the celebration, it appears as though other families, aside from even the Ha family, are currently here and are being treated to a very nice feast. You can see that there are multiple tables set up in a grand hall, and there's a long table where the most elite members of the Ha family are seated to welcome their guests. And based on the flags and the symbols in the room, you can see that 2 other families are being hosted as their honored guests. The Kuhn family and the Lopobia family. These families are here to chill and to have a good time, right? No other ulterior motives. And the guests are currently being seated, and all of them are kind of, talking, and it's a very prestigious event, and everyone's dressed to their finest, in their finest garb. And we see Eden. So, Damien, you see Eden kind of looking for a place to sit. And Hannah, feel free to kind of describe what happens here.
Yes, so Eden is going around. You see her like helping get people seated, helping people, figure out where they're supposed to go, and she's helping like getting drinks and hors d'oeuvres and everything, and like as everybody is getting seated, she's like trying to scope out like I was supposed to sit somewhere, like I'm supposed to be part of the main table, and she's like looking at it and realizing like these numbers aren't adding up, so she's kind of like looking around kind of like uh-oh and then so she starts looking through her, like she's holding like a book of some kind, and she's double checking it. So that's kind of what she's doing right now of like did I mess up, what happened here? And so that's what she's doing right now.
Okay, I walk over to Eden and I put my hand between her eyes and the book.
You fade right through the body.
I wasn't touching the butt, I was waving.
You fade. Okay. Eden does not see you.
Well, that answers that, I suppose.
Let me try. Eden, God, Aki. Your name is Aki. Aki. And Hans tries to get Aki's attention, but nothing happens.
Yeah, and you see, she's like frantically looking through the book, but she's in like this red, kind of like Hanfu robe type of thing, and her hair is up, and she has the hairpin in, and she looks an official member of the family, but obviously something isn't amiss. So.
And while Eden is kind of searching through the book, trying to see if something's wrong, she quickly realizes that her mother has entered the room and is walking towards the prestigious Ha table.
And Eden quickly shuts the book, puts it under her arm, and just quietly bows to her mother.
She stops, as if just now noticing that she was there.
Greetings, Mother.
She looks at the book, looks at the table. Servants do not get to partake. And she continues walking to the table. And at this table is seated the leader of the Ha family, Ha Yurin, who is currently being obscured. It's difficult to make out her facial features. But one thing you do notice is she immediately kind of perks up and the room kind of falls silent. Because they realize that Yurin's about to say something. It's like the first thing she said all night. Daughters are a precious gift here, Nefta. Remember that. And immediately Nefta stops. And a flush rushes up to her face. Yes, Mother. She bows her head. And everyone's just kind of like looking around. However, Mother, I perhaps am the one who is most keenly aware of that. And she turns to face all the people who have kind of paused in their tracks and are looking. For I have arranged a marriage for my dear daughter to the Kuhn family. And she points over to where the Kuhns are all seated. No doubt it will be advantageous for both of our families. Any female heirs will return to the family, and any male heir. And she kind of just like flicks her hand. Well, you know how Lord Edwan deals with them. And two of the people who are seated at that table are Jinsung and Zushi, who both are like eyes wide open, but Jinsung especially looks over and locks eyes with Eden. And his eyebrows are furrowed, and Damien, if you're paying particular attention, his hand's on the table and his hand kind of like clenches into a fist as he stares at Eden. What is Eden's reaction to this?
Like, she was looking at her feet, she wasn't looking at her mother in the face. And like, as soon as she hears what she says, she like snaps up and like even looks at Yurin, which is like not her station to do, but she's just in such a state of shock. And then she catches her brother's eyes, and just like all of the color drains, and just the crestfallen state that she's generally in when her mother is around just kind of takes over. And she like quickly looks away and is like all flushed in the face and is like trying to grasp what has just happened.
And immediately, all of you are ejected out of the painting.
Oh, that's it? What? Oh, I thought there was going to be more. Well, gang,
Back to solid ground, it seems. That one
it
was
would.
not... I have a question.
Hey, what's up? I may have an answer.
That was the leader of the Ha family.
Oh, you're right. We should have got a selfie.
Damien, take this seriously.
Huh? Always. Did the gem light up on the painting?
It did. You're able to collect a third gem.
That makes number 3. So what's the question?
Did Aki end up marrying one of the Kun family?
An excellent question, but it's not really my place to answer that one.
Come on, man. You can't just leave me on that cliffhanger.
I'm sure that this answer will be revealed to you in another painting.
All right. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, then let's find the next one. Come on. We gotta get moving.
Thank you. Marriage is such a personal thing that it wouldn't feel right. That's right. Let's find the next painting. Come on, gang.
And Duke is silent as you all head off to the next painting. Now, we're going to cut to the other group. Zhang and Wu and Brack and the others.
Yeah, Duke, she wasn't muscular then, haha.
Wow! You're still salty about that.
I hold a grudge, I hold a grudge. What can I say?
So, as the rest of you enter this fourth painting, it appears to be after some kind of special event. Some kind of event where you see Kun flags, Zhang, and Wu, you see Lopobia flags. It seems as though there was some kind of grand event that recently took place. And this seems to be immediately following that, and you see Eden talking with the man that is her father.
Wait. You guys see this?
Yeah, I do.
It's like we got where I was trying to go after all.
And Shion kind of like is looking around, and she kind of like pauses at the table with all the people from the Ha family. She just kind of shakes her head. So, kiddo.
What?
He's a bit surprised.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not!
And you don't have to.
How could she do this? In front of everybody.
You don't have to be stuck in this. We can...
I'm not going to be. I can't. Papa, what do we do?
He's like deep in thought. He like looks at her again. Your
I'm
court...
not supposed to complain. I'm sorry.
No, it's healthy. I rarely see you like this. It's good. You know, you don't have to hide anything in front of me.
I know, but what if other people see the envoys are all over the place?
Envoys. And he kind of trails off. You've
Especially
heard...
if it gets back to
Eden.
the coons or the...
Eden.
Yeah.
You've heard about the new line of lighthouses that we're receiving soon, right?
Yes, I heard grandmother talking about them in a meeting the other day.
These new lighthouses, kind of a big deal for our army. If we can secure these, it would establish our relationship with the Touperi family and hopefully keep the production going into the foreseeable future. He looks around.
Right.
We still haven't selected an envoy.
What? Really?
I'll pull some strings. And he puts a hand on her shoulder.
Okay. I mean, that was... I needed
we'll
to be
buy
part
you
of an
some
envoy
time.
to complete my training, right?
Exactly. With this, you'll be finished.
And maybe buy me some time.
Exactly.
I don't want to go to the Kuhn family. I don't want my kids to deal with that.
And I don't want you going there either. So you'll go as an envoy.
Okay.
And we'll think of something, all right?
Okay.
Finish up your court training, and everything will be okay.
What did I do to deserve you?
And
You're the best, Papa.
he brings her in for a tight hug, and the scene's kind of fading away, and it's like it fades away and then it fixes into something else. So the swirl kind of swirls into a new scene where you see Eden standing in a hall, waiting. This appears to be a completely new estate. Waiting for her name to be called, for the meeting to begin. And as she's waiting, suddenly she hears singing coming from the other end of the hall, kind of echoing distantly. At first, it's just something she hears, but then she hears it again, and what does she do?
So she gets up from this like meeting room type of thing and kind of like listening, and she's in her full hall regalia as a envoy would wear. So she's very has lots of hair ornaments and very luscious robes, and she's in this like very kind of futuristic lab looking place, and she starts to sneak down the hall. She's kind of breaking the rules because that is kind of her thing now that she's bucked the system a little bit. And she keeps listening and hears a little bit more. Und ich bin sein. So she answers. Whoever's singing kind of peeks her head to where she found the singer. She just peeks in.
And she sees the man singing. And he turns to look at who is joining his duet, and they lock eyes. And the world kind of freezes for a moment as they stare at each other. And that's when you're ejected from the painting. Shion, she looks like she has a lot on her mind. She looks up and she reaches for another piece. Damien's gonna want this. And she just furrows her eyebrows and stares at it. Let's keep moving. Looks like the door behind us opened up and we can leave. Come on. And that's where we're going to now cut to Eden, who is talking. Not talking, but has just flipped the switch.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't stand up to her.
It's okay. You tried it. You tried. You gathered up the courage to flip that switch. That's amazing.
Why doesn't she love me, Papa? Why didn't she ever love me? I did everything she wanted. I just didn't have Shinsu. She wants me to have another child. That was her solution.
Eden. Everything she just said to you, that may be what your mother would say on the outside. But in here, she has no power. The Nefta that you were speaking to, is something that you've conjured up in your own mind. It's the Nefta that used you, abused you, and cast you aside. The Nefta that didn't love you. Because she's obsessed with power and prestige. She's the weakest person I know. He pauses. She will say and do anything to get what she wants, even to her own daughter.
But wait, if this is just a figment, then maybe if she did see my powers now, then maybe
No.
she would love me
No,
now.
no.
Right.
She may have said things to you as if she acts as if she wants you back or wants you to have a new child, whatever twisted things she said. However, she's moved on to a new toy, and she'll always move on to the next toy and the next until she finds her princess.
Yeah.
Nothing you do or say will ever garner her attention. Nothing.
I guess the little kid inside of me still just wants to hear those words.
Well, then let me say them. I love you.
Oh. I know. You've always said that. Why am I so obsessed with wanting her to say that? That's why I tried to be such a good and different mother to Nari. The one I always wanted.
When you say Nari, he kind of flinches. Nari. He looks back up at you with sad eyes. Eden, I told you about the light switch, but there's something else you need to know.
What? You've taken care of her crypt, right? She's still okay in there? All alone? You visit her, right? Right?
She has Nari.
Mother does?
In that room, in her cage, she has Nari.
What? No. She had Nari in a cage for so long, and even in here. No. No. We have to get her out of there. She should be at peace, not in a cage. The crypt is bad enough. What do we do, Papa? I couldn't help her when she was here. What do I do now?
He grabs your hands. You need to face her. You need to face her. And you need to overcome this. You need to learn what true strength is. And you need to finally not care about what she thinks. Can you do that?
If it's to help Nari, I'll do anything.
You can see her again.
What if I can't? If nothing I do is good enough for Mother, what if it doesn't work? I just want to tell Nari I'm sorry.
Then go tell her. Remember what you are the strongest person I know, and that's without any of her, without anything from her. Nothing.
Okay. But Papa... I'm gonna need help.
He smiles.
And I know I've asked it from you so many times.
I'll help you. I'll do what I can. I'll figure out the secret of this room, and I have a feeling that you'll receive help even outside of just me. But you have to go. And you have to confront her. You have to be strong.
Okay. Okay.
I believe in you.
Thank you. And she'll reach back and very shakily flip the switch again.
And within a flash, the lights dim, and as you look at Sigmund, now you're staring at Nefta. And she gets up from her chair. She walks over to a beautiful dollhouse that's situated on a desk to your right. But hanging a little bit off to the side and next to the dollhouse is a cage. And it was too dark to notice before, but when she opens up this cage, she reaches in and pulls out a doll. And she starts humming and cradling the doll in her arms. She looks back at you, putting the doll back in the cage and sealing it.
Like when she locks eyes with Eden this time, like Eden's eyes are like bright red. They have flared up again. And she's like staring daggers at Nefta, something that she would never normally do.
Ooh. Those eyes. Perhaps you are a Ha after all.
Are they red enough for you, Mama?
Perhaps. Perhaps. As she goes to sit back down. You know, Eden, I never really cared how strong you were. I never truly cared that you never could create Shinsu. You were just defective. Plain and simple.
And whose fault is that?
And her eyes kind of like flash. Perhaps that...
I didn't have anything to do with my own creation. In fact, I've learned a little bit about that mother.
Oh.
37th floor, Mount Caustica. Care to enlighten me on that whole situation? The mess, your mess, that I just had to clean up.
She smiles. Oh, Eden, I truly... And she says that, and it's like in such a way that you know she's telling the truth. I truly have no idea what you're talking about. And there's like this realization where something kind of clicks, and it's like this mixture of, you know, that there's no answer you could receive because this isn't truly Ha-Nefta. The biggest mistake I ever made was thinking your father would help me produce a princess.
You seem awfully okay with my brother, though. Is he your new plaything? Your new doll? Because Nari's dead now?
Nari's dead. Oh, Eden, you truly don't know where we are, do you? And
Enlighten me, mother.
She points at the cage as it's swinging back and forth. And the light casts in that direction for a moment. And you see the doll is Nari.
But is it like a doll or is it like an actual like data version?
It's a doll.
It's a doll. And kind of like bites the inside of her cheek. She's trying not to she's like trying to remind herself and ground herself and be like, okay, it's just a doll. It's just a doll.
Oh, you think it's just a doll? And she leans over to the dollhouse. And she like beckons you to do the same. And she points inside.
Eden a look.
Whether it's magic or some other means, you kind of look through some of the windows. And you see Damien and Duke and Hans and Hugo like looking around and moving in from one room to the next. Except they are tiny. Are they just dolls too? Perhaps I'll play with them. I mean, you wouldn't mind, surely. You said it yourself.
I would mind.
Even after they've cast you aside.
Mother, this isn't one of the games that you get to play.
When you say games, she kind of like... It's like she was waiting for you to say that.
She baited me into it now.
Game, you say? Why doesn't that sound fun? She like leans back. And she reaches back behind the chair and pulls out a deck of cards. And she starts to shuffle the deck. Oh, how I love games. Card games, especially. Do you know why?
Enlighten me, mother.
In a card game, people think that luck is the prevailing factor. People think that if they're dealt a poor hand, well, life wasn't kind to them. But in cards, anyone can win with any hand. It is pure equality, where intelligence is tested, not strength. She leans forward. Oh, you and I have played games before. I tried to make you understand. You never won, did you? Even Jin Sung has beaten me at a game or two. Would you like to try again? And she like spreads some of the cards face down onto the table. You and I. A card game of my own creation.
What type of game?
And she smiles. A game where we stake the value of your teammates. The value of all the people you've met on your climb so far. The value of what your life is worth. What do you say?
And what do you get out of it, considering I'm so defective and worthless?
If you can prove me wrong, if you can beat me at this one final chance that I'm giving you, and she points at the cage, you can say goodbye to Nari. Isn't that what you've always wanted? But if I win, you'll forever know that you'll never amount to any expectation that is placed upon you. In fact, if I win, I don't need anything. I'm perfectly happy with how things are. Do you accept?
Fine.
And she lights her pipe. And the candle flames kind of get a little brighter, you know, it's like the lamp kind of shines brighter. It's like the excitement rises with her. Oh, how I love games. And it's like immediately it's like this air of she is more confident in her game playing ability than she would be in combat. Like this is like her home turf.
Mm-hmm.
And she spreads the cards open once more. Shall we play? And she flips the cards face up. You can go ahead and look at my screen.
Oh.
And with that, we're gonna end today's
Everyone
episode.
show those
Nah.
Hearthstone cards and not let us get in, yo. Like, I need one.
No, we need to talk. No, we need to talk. You're right. We're done because we need to talk. We need to talk.
Da, 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 da. Let's go! Let's go! Total Value Recall, next episode. We're gonna find out more. What does this mean?
Oh my gosh.
What does it mean?
Yo, you seeing this shit, Lonnie?
It all
This
comes
man got us
full
on cards and shit. Ooh, it could have been Total Recall. It would have been perfect. And then when people asked us about it, we could have said, nah, we ain't talking about the Colin Farrell film. We talking about the Arnold Schwarzenegger one.
Oh man, thank you all for being here. One thing I will say is I'm very much looking forward to next week.
Oh boy.
I'm
Me
very,
too.
very much looking forward to where things will go
I'm
from
also
here.
big scared.
Now,
I think I just made a deal with the devil.
for those of you who are joining into this part 2, this VIP experience, right? Don't forget to leave a like because you know all the likes went to the first one. Let's show some support to this stream so it's not left behind in the dust. You know, hopefully, you know, it's been a while since we had a part 2. Let's give some love. It's quite late, so we're gonna end it here. I will say this: I want to thank the artists so much.
Yeah.
This is where all the art is going to go towards. Okay, so every card, every art is going to be featured. I feel as though I should say that. So yeah, your art will be featured in the episode. Even if it's in a minor way, I want to. It's going to all be featured, and it's going to be super fun. It's going to be a big, cool project. I'm really excited. I want to say more. I don't want to spoil, but next week things will make more sense. Things will make
cool.
very much look forward to that. I want to thank all the artists. I want to thank everybody, and yeah, we'll see you next Friday. Thanks to the cast. We stayed up quite late for this one. Thank you guys.
I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you guys. Shout out to you. Alrighty,
I
y'all.
want to play the card game. Make my card a board wipe, please.
Wait, what? A board
Make it
wipe?
a board wipe.
Well,
Make me
no,
reject me.
it's banned. It's already banned. It's already banned.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I don't want to be banned. I want to be overused.
Damien is pot of greed.
Yeah, you can have a pot. Give me a
You're
pot.
an
I'll
OU.
give you a pot.
Yeah, you're an OU. You're banned.
You're
Sorry,
pot
bro.
agreed.
Sorry. Yeah.
No.
Alrighty.
No, we do need
To the
we do
field,
need to talk about these
does
cards
3
after
damage
next
to all
week.
cards on the
because
field,
I need to,
including your
I
own.
need to like include my own designs. You know?
Oh, okay. You're gonna get on the action. Sounds
Yeah, bro,
fun.
can we like make our own cards? Like, what's happening?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, wait. How about this? Wait, Joe,
Yes.
Joe. How about this? Can we each make like a signature card?
Listen, we'll see. I can't. I will say this. There are a lot of cards. I'm not gonna say the number, but we'll find out more next week. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. Take care, everybody.
Enough to stack in the deck.
Nefta's stacking the deck. Bye, everybody. See you next Friday.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.